The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Kuwait's Foreign Ministry has condemned the brutal murder of overseas Filipino worker Julie B. Ranara. In a meeting with Philippine Chargé d'Affaires Jose Cabrera, Kuwait's Foreign Minister Sheikh Salem Abdullah Al-Jaber Al-Sabah said the killing does not in any way reflect the character of the Kuwaiti society, its people, and the Kuwaiti government. He also vowed to provide all the necessary assistance as the investigation into Ranara's case continues. Meanwhile, the Philippine official thanked the Kuwaiti government for their cooperation and assistance in the case. Malacanang says the country's labor agreement with Kuwait will be reviewed. The move was ordered by Migrant Workers Chief Susan Ople following Ranara's death. The DMW will also look into the recruitment process and standards for the protection of OFWs. Ranara, who was found burnt in a desert in Kuwait, was allegedly killed by the son of her employer. The government is still not keen on imposing a total deployment ban to Kuwait following Ranara's death. Migrant Workers Secretary Susan Ople said the Philippine government will instead take a diplomatic route as the Kuwaiti government is in cooperation with them. Senator Rafi Tulfo earlier proposed the move to send a, quote, very strong message to the Middle Eastern country amid cases of abuse among Filipino workers.
Pag nag-impose naman tayo ng ban sa Kuwait, saan naman lilipat din itong mga kasambahay, no? Saan, anong market naman ang pupuntahan nila, no? Yung mga employers na merong Filipino domestic workers, lalo yung hindi papayag na mapauwi yung kanilang kasambahay dahil alam nila na walang kapalit from the Philippines. So, mahirapan tayo lalo.
The wake of slain OFW Julie B. Ranara has begun and the government has vowed that justice will prevail. Ian Suyu with the report.
Tributes for slain OFW Julie B. Ranara poured in on the first day of her wake. Her remains arrived at her home in Las Piñas City on Sunday following an autopsy. Ranara was a worker whose lifeless body was found burnt in a desert in Kuwait. Her wake is off limits to the media as the family continues to appeal for privacy.
Gusto natin pagbigyan yung pamilya na sila muna yung makapag-luksa. Ayaw lang kasi nilang paulit-ulit na i-recall yung nangyari sa kanilang anak. I really hope that we give them this we give them the privacy na sa kanila.
The Migrant Workers Department vowed to bring justice after Ranara's death. Kuwait's Ministry of Foreign Affairs sent a letter expressing its condolences. The son of Ranara's employers, who was tagged as the suspect, is now being detained.
Ina-assure lang namin ang lahat na hindi namin binabaliwala yung nangyari kay Julie B. At may mga pagbabago na mangyayari.
Ranara's employers are now preventively suspended and could be blacklisted. Her foreign and local recruitment agencies may also face cases over their supposed lapses.
Definitely, oo, meron. I think papatawag sila ngayon ng adjudication at licensing at may recruitment violations. Kaya yung failure to monitor, isa yon. And kahit yung doon sa Kuwait na recruitment agency nila, pananagutin din natin.
The government will also send a fact-finding team to the Gulf state to check on OFWs. Around 270,000 Filipino workers are still in Kuwait, majority of whom are domestic workers. Around 200 distressed OFWs are now being sheltered prior to their repatriation next month. For News 5, Josh Camo, we are One News.
Thank you, Josh Camo, for that report. Meanwhile, OFW deployments fall below 1 million for the third consecutive year. DMW Secretary Ople said deployments reached only around 800,000 last year, which already included rehires. This is attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic and temporary deployment ban to Saudi Arabia from November 2021 to 2022. In 2019, the Philippine Overseas Employment Agency reported over 2 million OFWs deployed to several countries. We will be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Immigration Bureau reports that it deported more than 1,300 aliens in 2022. The Bureau said these aliens have been ejected from the country as well as blacklisted for their violations of Philippine country's immigration laws. This includes overstaying their visas, violating the conditions of their stay, and being undesirable aliens. The BI reports that Chinese nationals topped the list with 1,100 deportees. South Koreans followed with 87 deportees, while 39 were deported to Vietnam. With only one day left before the deadline, COMELEC Chairman George Garcia calls on those who wish to participate in the barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections to register. Garcia took to Twitter to remind the public that voter registration ends tomorrow, January 31. The poll body has also repeatedly announced that it would no longer extend registration for the October elections. Garcia noted that voter registration activities are accessible nationwide. Those who wish to sign up may Visit registration sites at their local Comelec offices as well as satellite registration in selected malls. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.